Dancing?
Yeah.
Dance is a way of expressing something, of telling somebody something about yourself. And that's true for a young ballet dancer who's trying to embody their technique with a sense of spirit and energy, connect to a huge audience. Or if you're just reaching across from chair to chair and trying to connect as humans in your storytelling, it's all the same.
Dancing, like music, is a universal language. You don't have to speak the language, but the beats just gets to your soul.
I love dancing. It's a way to free myself. I just get into the mood and I just kind of lose myself in the music. I just love it.
Dancing?
Yeah.
Me? Okay, give it a shot.
One of the great gifts in my life is that I had the opportunity as a little girl, age 6, to go to a community center and take ballet classes for free, take dance classes for free. And it made me feel the way many of our community participants today describe themselves as feeling after a dance class, whether they're 8 or 80 years of age. And that is that you feel more at home in yourself and you feel more eager to contribute to the world.
All right, 3 friends. 1, find somebody new. 2, 3, and yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Sharing Dance to Older Adults is part of our community dance programs here at Canada's National Ballet School. It's designed to be artistic dance opportunities accessible to older adults who may have certain physical or cognitive challenges in their life, but the program is really centered around the art form. It's about giving them an opportunity to access the art form and experience it.
I thought dancing just moves. Yeah. It is moves, but it is coming from a well inside you.
Oh yes, look at these moves.
Canada's National Ballet School does have a much broader base of community programs than most professional ballet academies, and this has been absolutely intentional.
It isn't a question we get often. Why does a ballet school focus so much on programs for community? And I think the question comes down to this fundamental gift that we have in pursuing dance and having dance be a part of our lives. And a gift is only something you can treasure when it's a gift you give as well. So we feel privileged to engage people in dance, to rekindle people's passion for dance, to help them find it for the first time, to spark that passion for dance. And whether we're working with young ballet dancers who are refining that skill to a level that can tell amazing stories in huge theaters across the world, or we're going to meet someone in a long-term care facility and helping them tell us who they are, it's this privilege to give the gift of movement to each other. What was your favorite way to dance? This way. Yes, the rolling. Oh, how fantastic. That was beautiful.
So Karen, what type of music do you like to dance to?
Any music, any dance, any music. I really love it. But you have to find the right man to do it with.
It brings out the good in them. It brings out the good in them to dance in.
Pressing the palms together, lower to your heart. Try that again, breathing in.
We are trying to focus on creating an artistic experience that's accessible. So we may understand that somebody may have challenges that maybe make a traditional dance experience a little bit less accessible. So we're trying to address that, but still provide very much that artistic experience and some of the joyful opportunity that comes with creating dance and developing it through practicing it.
My heart to you. Good. My heart to you.
Art's the great unifier across gender, race, class, etc. It brings everyone together, and hopefully dance can do that for this segment of the population that sometimes actually doesn't necessarily have a voice.
And out. Then we'll gather up all of that energy, bring it into our hearts, and just take a moment.
Movement is our first human language. You know, when we're young, when we're little babies, yes, we can cry to get what we need, but if we want attention, we reach out, we grab on, we pull in. So it's a language that everybody has, but it takes a little bit of a spark to really feel that ownership and agency. And when we're talking about older adults living in care, the act of having agency and choice over your body is such a powerful and important opportunity to say, how do you choose to move? What do you want to tell me? So I can feel the power that giving them that opportunity for creativity and expression creates in the room.
A lot of the residents that I don't normally see sometimes dancing were more engaged. So that's good. That's a really good thing.
Well, I think that is good. I think it's a good exercise. It depending on who is there. Most of these people are slightly elderly, so you got to move it around to suit. But this morning was good. You get people involved.
That opportunity to move together to music, to rhythm can really help people feel connected. But also, I think, speaking specifically to sharing dance older adults, one thing we, for example, pay particular attention to is eye line, which is relevant for all dancers when you're focusing and trying to express something. But in, for example, sharing dance older adults, the eye line may connect you to somebody else, where you're cued to find somebody else in the room to look at, to connect with. And I think if we're talking specifically about our dancers living with dementia, that may not happen a lot for them in the day. There might be somebody caring for them that comes from behind to move them, or somebody they're seated, maybe in a wheelchair, and somebody from above is talking to them. So that opportunity even to make that eye contact, I think, is something meaningful that they don't necessarily have as much access to anymore.
I just love looking at somebody with big eyes and everybody's looking at them.
Oh, fantastic.
You sort of munch up your...
I think life is most meaningful when we look for ways to contribute to something that is greater than any one person, that is collective and is universal. So the more that we explored this, the more it's become crystal clear that if Canada's National Ballet School doesn't do this, then who's going to do that? And it is our responsibility, with all of our privileges, to make sure that quality of life is as high as possible for everyone.
Yes, you can do this. There you go.
People living with dementia are highly stigmatized in society. They are offered limited opportunity to participate in social life, to make meaningful contributions, to pursue meaningful relationships and activities.
In our dance classes, we refer to everyone as a dancer. So it was very intentional when we said, dancer, not dementia, to kind of just turn that on its head a little bit, because yes, there are challenges and dementia can be very difficult for the person experiencing it, for their loved ones, for the people caring for them, but that doesn't mean the person doesn't have the capacity to experience joy, to express themselves, to be creative, to be playful, to be silly.
1, 2, 3, here it goes. Yee-haw! 1.
I was known as having 2 left feet.
having dementia does not mean that you're not alive anymore. It means that you need to start doing things differently. You do things differently. You need simplified steps. You need people to still love you and respect you and just allow you to be.
People living with dementia, like all of us, have great capacity to experience and create joy.
Give me your answer to I'm half crazy.
Oh, it feels me feel wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And, I feel like, singing along to, certain songs and stuff.
What was your favorite movement?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, because I loved all of it.
Oh, good!
It was just wonderful.
And I heard your singing voice all the way from over there. Are you
You
someone
did?
who likes to sing?
Yeah, I do.
I could tell. I could hear your beautiful singing voice all loud and strong all the way from over there. Thank you for sharing your voice with us.
And thank you for noticing
All
it.
right,
I didn't
fantastic.
even notice it myself until you mentioned
Well,
it.
I thought your voice was beautiful, and it added
Thank you.
so much to our dancing.
Thank you.
Stigma creates social exclusion for people living with dementia, and it deprives them of their dignity and their rights as citizens. Stigma is fueled by the assumption that with dementia, you are incapable of purposeful and meaningful interaction, you have no awareness of your surroundings, and that the neurological impairment that's at the core of dementia leads to a total erasure of the person. So stigma creates significant harm, and challenging stigma is a key public health priority across national and international settings, and increasingly the arts are advocated as a way to help to achieve that.
You can reach to somebody. Hello. And reach. Back to our
Oh, I feel happy. I feel good. I feel the same as the other people, because I have a inferiority complex. So when I see them doing it and I can do it, well, I said, I'm the same as the other people. I lose my inferiority complex.
last time we'll gather everything in. That's it.
So what we do here at Alexis Lodge, there's a lot of dancing because music connects with you no matter what stage of disease. It's just something that touches the soul. Dancing actually encourages engagement, and where you actually see residents verbalizing when they were not talking before, or just maybe someone is upset or crying, you put on that music and you start dancing with them and they become so happy. It's just really soothing.
The research that our team has done and others has shown that people living with dementia have tremendous capacity to be creative. Even when speech is slow, broken, or incoherent, people living with dementia can still express themselves through song, through musical engagement, and through dance. Dance can be a really important means of connection for someone who has difficulties with verbal expression. And that's because dance so beautifully supports nonverbal communication.
Bring them in. And open.
I just like seeing the smile on their faces, especially with one of the residents, Naomi. She's not able to move the way she used to, but if she can't move her hand, I'll help her and move her hand, and help her with her feet, just move her feet. It just makes her laugh and light up, She really enjoys it. I know a lot of people think that just because you have dementia that you're not able to do things the way you used to, or you're not smart like you used to. It's not true. They're able to do everything they used to do, but at a slower pace. They just need someone to be patient with them. That's it.
Moving a little bit.
Dance can offer so much more than therapeutic outcomes when guided by a relational approach that prioritizes relationships, life enrichment, flourishing, Dance brings us into relationship with each other. And I think this is so important because imagination, joy, vitality, humor, drama, playfulness, all of these things are connections to life itself. So I think it's really imperative that people living with dementia be given equal opportunity to engage with dance and with the arts more generally, precisely because of how they can support connection to life itself.
We got to find that inner part, that inner core. As far as dancing goes, how did I feel? It reminded me that I was interested in dancing in my high school years. I'd forgotten about that. Oh. And then when I was made aware of the behind the scenes, the deeper level of dancing, I said, wow, that was the missing part. And I used to love dancing. I used to love to go, and I'm talking about the arts, the stage, but never integrating the background, the personal journey, the expression, the choreography, because that was not considered to be cool. For a boy, for a girl, it's fine. So it's a bit of regret, because I think I could do it to make it integrate with everyday life.
Hello! Hello? Hello!
As you look at the history of dance, it's been part of communities, and that has brought to the surface specialists, but it has also kept the community healthy and whole. That when people say, well, why have you added on community dance? It's never been an add-on. It was just finding a way to recognize something that has actually been part of history and healthy communities always.
The music is clearly something that whether you're 6 or 106, the music finds your body and carries it into movement. And then of course the other thing that does that is the human connection. It's the ability to create a gesture and have that received. And I think it's fundamentally more powerful than we realize.
Dance is that place where all of us can just be one and just have mutual respect for each other.
I hope that people see the extraordinary capacity that people living with dementia have to be creative, to be imaginative, to be funny and playful. These are characteristics that are not typically ascribed to people living with dementia. So I think that this can really importantly challenge the stigma associated with dementia. And I hope that people see the power of dance to support these critical connections to life itself.
Just because somebody has dementia doesn't mean their life's over. Guess what? You just start a new chapter in your own story. Just make it the best chapter ever.
I really love it. I can't say any other way. When I'm dancing and doing things like that, I'm very happy.